Hello everyone, my name is Andy and I'm very excited to see all of you here for our paid video course called Yijing Leadership and Management. This is a one-day course that I've been conducting for corporates that includes MNCs, government bodies, and we do it in the hotel, a one day with the lunch and 2 tea breaks, and the fee is $560. And I now have put this exact same contents into a video course because I have requests from people in USA, in Canada, and I cannot be flying all the way to conduct the course, right? So I would be doing a video course so that you can access the videos anytime, anywhere, unlimited times. This is a one-day course that includes the leadership and management aspects, all using Yijing. So in other words, it is a three-in-one course. It comprises leadership, management, and Yijing. Course I've been doing training and coaching since 2001, so it's been more than 25 years full time doing this. So imagine I've accumulated so much knowledge and experience, and I always like to share with people. With today's technology, my markets can reach out to very, very far away. And I do not need to worry about space, whether there's a COVID. And more importantly, I can keep the cost down to a real very small figure. So for example, this one-day video course is only $168 Singapore dollars. And if you attend the on-site course, it costs you $560. So you realize it's easily a 70-80% discount. I've written 3 physical books. The first is this book on WeChat. You can get it today at a lower cost from me rather than from Amazon. This is the Yijing Explain book that I came up in June 2023 and it has been the third print. So my second book called Yijing Power, How to Tap into the Universe Potential. So it is the universe potential, not your potential, through the power of Yijing. This book will come up in March and April 2024. And I also have 2 other ebooks. You can get it from them. You can get from me at a huge discount. We talk about the culture, and many people were wondering, Andy, what's so special about Chinese culture? Of course, Chinese culture has no special. What it has is this one and only thing that made Mr. Donald Trump so surprised.
1,000 years it goes back. So 5,000. What? 5,000? And I guess the oldest culture they say is Egypt at 8,000.
埃及更古老一些，但是呢，文化没有断过流的，始终传承下来的只有中国。
So this is your original form, right? Yeah, of course. 这就是原来的文化。
对，
是这样。
就我们这些人也是原来的人，黑头发、黄皮肤，传承下来的，我们叫龙的传人。
Red hair, yellow skin. We call ourselves the inheritance people going down from scratch.
So you see, Mr. Donald Trump was very surprised that Chinese culture is the one and only uninterrupted and passing down today since 7,000, 8,000 years ago. Yes, maybe the Egyptian, maybe the Mexican civilization were much longer, but they were broken. There were no written language to communicate until today. And just now, Mr. Xi Jinping said that Chinese history with recorded history with language is only 3,700 years. That's correct. Then some people will say, Andy, just now you say 7,000 years Chinese culture uninterrupted. Is there any discrepancy? There's no discrepancy because Chinese culture all the way 7,000 years ago, when there was no written language, then how do they communicate? Well, they communicate through Yijing. Yijing is the world's oldest book with no words. That's right, it is much older than the Bible. It has no words and is using symbols, lines, and strokes. The meanings are being communicated one-to-one from one generation to the other. So more than 7,000 years ago, we already have the Chinese culture. And it is in the form of Yijing. That's why we say the starting of sinology is Yijing. Yijing is spelled this way, Y-I-J-I-N-G. And it is using Hanyu Pinyin. The old way is called Aiching or Yijing, and some will even call it Book of Changes. But understand that the proper name to call is Yijing. So I will use the term Yijing. Sinology means the study of things from China. It could be culture, history, and the starting of sinology is none other than Yijing. So Yijing, some people say, oh, why must we study? No need to study, but Yijing is about maximum with minimum. If you want to achieve maximum results with minimum efforts and resources, then you must know Yijing. Why? Because eating is having harmony and integration with nature. So when you have such harmony and integration with nature, you're able to do things effortlessly. Some of you may wonder why it's effortlessly. Well, if you struggle to learn a new language, that's not effortlessly. But to you, learning a new language is so easy, that's called effortlessly. Why? Because you're in line with the nature of the surrounding, the people there, right? You're in an environment whereby people speak many different languages, so you can learn the different languages easily, right? And one more thing about eating is that it is during the world that is ever changing. So the world changes and eating is able to adapt to the world. That's why it is still being used until today. So imagine if eating is something old-fashioned, something that cannot be applied today, why would people want to read books and learn about eating? So understand that I've been conducting this corporate one-day course called Eating Leadership Management, and the people who are attending are from the government bodies. They could be from the parliament, they could be from some ministries. At the end of the day, they all have one common thing. They want to know the effective way and the efficient way to do things in the natural way. And they do know eating is the natural way. It started 7,000 years ago by this gentleman called Fu Xi, who actually conceived of eating by looking at the environment, and he observed it, and then he draw the one straight line and two broken lines. Today we call it yin and yang. And he also got inspiration from the turtle shell and also from the horseback. And from here, he discovered that the word starts with nothing, then becomes one, then becomes two, then two becomes three becomes eight, and eight becomes 64. Some of you may wonder, Andy, your mathematics is not very correct. One becomes two, two becomes three. No, two will becomes four. How come two becomes three? Well, understand that this is part and parcel of eating, and I shall explain to you later on. But now just remember, one becomes two, two becomes three, three becomes eight, not three becomes six. Eight becomes 64. And you may say, Andy, this is not easy. Don't worry, eating is very easy. If you know the principles, I make this book very easy. I made this course very easy. Anybody can learn eating without a single knowledge of the Chinese word. You need not know anything about Chinese culture, because I'll start from very simple, very basic. Just like the book I've written, Eating Explained, it has been into the third print. And because people who read it, about 25% are people who do not understand Chinese language. I do have some Chinese that don't really know Chinese at all, right? I also have about 10%, they are the people from the communities, or maybe they're the Malay people, maybe they're Indian. I also have Portuguese people, etc., etc. So one thing is that we are all using eating for leadership and management. Don't you all agree with me? Leadership and management is not easy, yet it is simple easy. It is simple easy if you follow some principles, right? And the whole world keep on changing, right? Some of you may wonder, if the world keeps on changing, would it be better that I don't change? Well, you will get the answer from the course later on. But before we continue any further, it is important that you tell me, what do you want to learn from today's course? You can feedback to me via Facebook Messenger. This course is an online course, so you can feedback with me. Your communication with me is totally private and secure through Facebook Messenger. You do not need to expose your mobile number to me. And I would like you to take action in this course by telling me, what do you like? How do you respond with action? And more importantly, how would you share with others? Because when you share with others, then you know whether you know or don't know. And the more we share, the more we gain. This is a course content. I think you need not bother too much with this. All you need to bother is one and only thing. We are moving through the course in 20 videos. Each video has about 8 minutes to 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. And you can watch the videos over and over again. Each of the video has clear voice, like what you're hearing right now. And subtitles or captions are there automatically. More importantly, the course materials have the exact same PowerPoint slides. So you're actually having the full PowerPoint slides right before your eyes. People often told me, Andy, I'm very hardworking. I'm very committed to my employer and my team members. I also treat my people very well, and my boss can always count on me to get things done. Yet I always feel I'm being squeezed in the middle. Andy, can you turn me from stress to success? Oh, definitely can. It is through Yijing. If at any time in the course you find that your questions are not being answered, please ask me via Facebook Messenger. Important thing is that you must have a system to do things, right? All organizations have systems in place. Systems run the business. People run the system, not people run the business. People run the system run the business. For example, you have a system for hiring, system for training, and people just follow the system, run the system. And leaders and managers, they lead people. They also manage space and resources, and they also manage time. A system is just a way of managing regardless of people. It does not matter whether you are new or experienced or you are someone that not familiar. You just follow the system. So for example, you don't know how to order food, just follow the system. Regardless of people, and the more important thing is that the system must have stability. So it should be a proven way of doing things, not something that you just think of, right? And more importantly, it can cater to all eventualities in people issues. What happens if you follow the system to order food and the vendor is late or suddenly there's a blackout? Does the system cater for that? If yes, then you have a good system. Let me tell you, when you have system, you're able to save your stress, time, energy, and money. We always systemize the routines and humanize the exceptions. That's right. Anything that is going to be done repeatedly, we call it a routine. Whether you repeat it once a year, once in a month, does not matter. What matters is you will use a systematic way because this is a routine. However, it's something that's exception, like somebody pass away. How do you handle? You will use a human approach, a humane approach. So remember, systemize the routine, humanize the exception. I know some people are doing the exact opposite. When they pick up the phone, whether they answer with a smile not depends on their mood. If good mood, they smile. Bad mood, they don't smile, right? They are humanizing the routines. When it comes to something exceptional, somebody passed away, they'll say, according to our policy manual, somebody passed away, then the family members got to take over their responsibility. I mean, you don't even care what are the situations, circumstances relating to this person passing away. You just follow the system. Ladies and gentlemen, that must be one of the most ineffective ways of doing things. Hopefully, through this course, you learn of effective ways to do things so that you can get what you want and want what you get. Make no mistake, a system is a leverage. Leverage is able to allow you to do ever more with ever less. Like I have a lever here, I have a fulcrum here, I can do much more bigger. So when you're using a system, you can handle 1 man, 5 men, 10 men. How about 1,000 men? You still can handle as long you revise the system, right? Usually our systems cater for people of a certain size, maybe up to 20, up to 50. Beyond that number, we need to strengthen the system. But understand that Yijing is a proven system more than 7,000 years. It works in all situations. You just need to tweak the way of interpreting and your action. At the end of the day, you can't really manage people. You are only managing yourself. You're managing space. You're managing resources. But everything you do, there is always a time limit. You do not directly control people as a manager. You create conditions for success. I think many of you are familiar with this definition of management, but some people may not be. And they think, I'm managing people. Bear in mind, you're managing yourself, not managing people. Huh? Well, my subordinate, my team members, they scold me. You have to manage yourself, manage your moods. Huh? Please don't scold him back. Since he scold me, I want to tell him, stop scolding me. You're trying to directly control people. No, you create conditions for success. He scolds him, he's rude. How? Because you did not have the condition for success. If you have a reward system and punishment system, then you are having a condition for success. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. And talk about leadership, we always say, oh, as a leader, you lead people. Actually, you don't really lead people. You inspire, you motivate, you guide. You influence people towards what? Towards a common goal, while all the time leading yourself. That exactly is what leadership is about. You need to lead yourself and you inspire people. So this guy scolds you. Did you influence him? Did you guide him? What will be the appropriate behavior? And what's a common goal? He has a goal that's different from yours. There's no common goal. He's not happy with the work. That's why he scolds you, right? Then you scold him back. I think you are creating a vicious cycle of disaster. Hopefully, from this course, we are able to have happiness. I think that's what we want to do, right? We want to have happiness, and Yijing is able to help us on that. With that, let's quickly move on to lesson 2.